Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to talk about lap to reinforcement or lap to rebars. So lap to reinforcement, we are always guided by a certain rule or a certain law, and normally on sites we are given notes in the drawings. Like for example, here we have got notes. These are notes that have been provided on the drawings that we are using on our site. And on these notes, for example, we are going to look at clause 4, reinforcement and concrete cover. So under clause 4, we have got subclause 4.4, and subclause 4.4, it reads as follows: minimum laps to all bars to be 50 multiplied by diameter of smaller bar unless otherwise stated. So what that statement means, it means that any lap provided to a reinforcement, the minimum lap to be provided to that reinforcement shall be 50 multiplied by the bar diameter of that reinforcement, whereby 50 is a constant. Now, like for example, so 50 multiplied by bar diameter, it is the minimum allowable lap that is supposed to be provided on any reinforcement. For example, if your structural member, it has been detailed to use bar diameter 12 millimeter, so it shall be 12 multiplied by 50, you will get 600. That will be your minimum lap that is allowable. So minimum, it means it has not to be less than 600. It should be 600 and above. So if you are using bar diameter 16 millimeter, it will be 16 millimeter multiplied by 50, whereby it will give you the minimum lap to be 800 millimeter. If it is bar diameter 20, then it shall be 20 multiplied by 50, whereby you will get 100 millimeter as your lap. 1000 millimeter as your lap, or 1 meter. If you are using bar diameter 25, it shall be 25 multiplied by 50, whereby your minimum allowable lap shall be 1.25 meters or 1250 millimeter. So that is what guides us on site when we are doing lap to rebars or when we are doing lap to reinforcement. So I'll also use an illustration of our detailed column. So we have a column here, and this column, it has a section. So this is the section of this column, and the section of this column, it indicates that the size of this column is 200 by 950 millimeter. So it's a rectangular column, and as you can see, besides it, we have got a small bar bending schedule that has been provided. So this is a bar bending schedule for this column, and as you can see, we have the position, the reinforcement, the shape, and the number. So the position, like you see, position 1, it's indicating reinforcement of bar diameter 12, T12, and the shape is, as you can see, that will be the shape that you'll use to bend it on site, and then also the number. So when we come back to our column, the detail of our column, you can see bar mark 1 is the T12, which are our main bars. So if our main bars is of diameter 12, then it means that our lap to this reinforcement, it shall be a minimum of 600 millimeter, whereby it is 12 multiplied by 50, you will get 600 millimeter. So like for example, as you can see, our detailed column here, we have our substructure column that is coming from down, and then when it reaches our ground floor slab, so this is our ground floor slab. Our ground floor slab, we have been given that it is 0.00. So from 0.00, which is our ground floor slab, we are supposed to have a protrusion of reinforcement from the substructure, which is not less than 600 millimeter. So this 600 millimeter here, it is indicating the lap to this reinforcement. So our lap shall be 600 millimeter and not less than 600 millimeter, and this is because our bar diameter is bar diameter 12. So it is indicated clearly here that from the substructure column we are supposed to have protrusion bars of 600 millimeter, such that when we come to join our reinforcement for the purpose of continuation, we will have a lap of 600 millimeter. So that is what we mean by lap to reinforcement. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe for more.